What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Katie Cap a lot, back at it again with another video today. And today we are going to be reacting to the EDP update video that was recently released. I believe I don't know, I didn't check the date on when the video was released, from Sunny version 2. I ain't gonna speak on it originally when the situation first popped off, when EDP got caught in 4K trying to get a cupcake. And that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. He went outside badly, bro. Used to be popular. Used to have all that fame, bro. Threw it away just like that. And I thought I saw him on what do you call it? He was like doing Lyft or Uber. So I don't know if they're gonna talk about that in this video, because I saw like a thing. I think it was on TikTok though. So it couldn't have been Photoshop though, because he was in the car. It might have been. I don't know. All I know is that I saw bro had a whole profile and all. Let's get into this video.
EDP 445 has been fired from 3 different jobs over the last couple of weeks.
Okay, hold up. Wait. He applied for Chuck E. Cheese? My boy trying to get some more. Hey, yo! We starting off crazy. Bro trying to get back in them, I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy.
Of people
Chuck E. Cheese? Yep. He worked as an Uber driver. But wait, can we just appreciate that he was going to apply for Chuck E. Cheese? Chuck E. Cheese is crazy. For a man who just came off a charge, not a charge, but off of getting caught in 4K on the internet, bro to not work at Chuck E. Cheese with kids go to Chuck E. Cheese. I ain't gonna lie, it's bad.
Employment
bad
to
looks.
TikTok. He's apparently completely out of money.
Job? But what was the third job? He said Chuck E. Cheese, Uber, Lyft, or whatever it was, and what?
As a result, he's been evicted from a few different properties, and he's now living out of a suitcase in a couple of unconventional crappy locations. However, the craziest update in the EDP 445 tragedy is that only 3 weeks ago, according to one of his former YouTube buddies by the name of Felipe, the big man himself has actually been put behind bars.
This is the
Hey, I'm surprised he actually got locked up though, because people usually say, oh, if you try and show the police evidence that somebody's a or something like that, I'm muting that word because I'm pretty sure you can't say that on YouTube. They can't arrest them or something like that. Like, they have to do their own research, their own, they have to get to their own conclusion. They can't take it from you or something like that. I forgot what it was, but people said you never really get caught when people actually catch them with 4K and put it on the internet. You don't actually go to jail for that. So I'm surprised he got put in jail for that.
Henderson, Nevada Detention Center.
It's his friend, so he would know.
Brian Moreland would like to receive the call, and I said yes.
Things have gotten so bad for EDP that right now, as we speak, he's applying to have his name legally changed. However,
even if you change your name, your first name is still gonna be Bryant. Wait, what's the difference?
Right now, as we speak, he's applying to have his name legally changed. However, in a world of tit for tat, where you unavoidably reap what you sow, it's hard to say that this punishment is undeserving. And in this video, you'll see how bad things can truly become if you plant weeds in your garden as opposed to flowers. To what extent should a person's life be ruined for the mistakes made in their own past? At what point, if ever, should EDP 445 be forgiven for his own?
I don't think you can be forgiven for this type of situation. Like, real talk. Something like this, you can't really be forgiven for, because at the end of the day, bro literally tried to go to a child's house and get a cupcake. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the sense of a cupcake, bro wanted more than just a cupcake, you feel me? So it's like, we can't really let that slide. And even still, why you going to, let's say he wasn't going for the cupcake, bro still went to go see a 13-year-old. That's kind of crazy.
Foolish decisions. Does EDP 445's work completed prior to his cancellation hold any residual value, or was it rendered completely and utterly useless from the second he showed up to that cursed Bakersfield motel? We asked this last question because prior to the 18th of April 2021, things were actually going reasonably well for EDP 445. If you look at his Social Blade graph, you'll see that he gained 520,000 subscribers over the course of 2 months in April and May of 2020. People loved him because he was one of the last few YouTubers who had absolutely no filter. He was unconcerned about ad revenue and therefore swore like a trooper while tackling some of the most crass yet hilarious topics. EDP 445's unconventional mind was always spoken honestly, so he stood out as unique. It's not surprising either. In a world where everyone else online is always walking on eggshells, trying not to offend anyone, EDP 445's brash attitude and unapologetic approach to life was somewhat refreshing for those who saw the world.
That's the thing, bro. So people say, you know what I'm saying, when you come on the internet and you start talking crazy, act like how he was acting, like you're trying to create a persona for yourself because your real life situation is bad. Like, bro used to always talk about getting play, getting girls. He's like, oh, you getting motherfuckers and all that shit. Bro thought he was on top of the world, and he came down immediately when people found out that he was actually going for 13-year-olds. That's crazy. Bro was talking to the decoy on live and saying, getting something you must know nothing about. Like, come on, cuz.
In a similar way. However, of course, such an approach wasn't without controversy. In 2017, as a result of his unconventional content, he'd be banned from YouTube for a period of 2 weeks, while Twitter was a little harsher, placing a ban on his main EDP445 account permanently. Additionally, after hitting 1 million subscribers in early 2000, for somewhat refreshing for those who saw the world in a similar way. However, of course, such an approach wasn't without controversy. In 2017, as was a little harsher, million subscribers in early 2020, YouTube refused to send EDP a gold play button, stating that the channel didn't match their eligibility criteria.
Now it's not tough.
Because
Back then,
according to them, my channel doesn't match the criteria. I'm like, my channel has 0 community guideline strikes. It has 0 copyright strikes.
EDP would gain support from other large YouTubers such as Some Ordinary Gamers, who stated that the refusal was stupid.
YouTube, can you just give this dude his play button? If he doesn't get his play button, I'm gonna buy him his play button.
While EDP was also made a custom YouTube play button by a fan of the channel, displaying the love and support he had from the community at the time. However, perhaps YouTube and Twitter were able to see something objectively that those who loved and supported him could not. They might have seen that a man with such an unfiltered mind may have also been hiding some dirty skeletons in the closet, and correct is what they would eventually be. On the 18th of April 2021, EDP445 was caught in 4K on his way to pick up a cupcake. The topic was covered by almost everyone in the commentary community.
I'm sure by now many of you have at least heard of the EDP445 situation.
Creators who supported him in the past, such as Some Ordinary Gamers, would upload a video titled EDP445 needs to be arrested immediately.
Why has EDP been dropping hard? Because EDP is an individual that actually got Chris Hansen.
And after it was revealed that a similar situation had occurred as many as 8 times prior, many considered EDP unforgivable, and his life would subsequently descend into a state of chaos, what you might call the beginning of the end. In the 7 days following the expose, EDP445 would lose 200,000 subscribers, almost 10% of his entire count. However, how many followers he lost initially didn't actually matter, because 7 days later, his remaining 2 million subscribers would disappear entirely after YouTube decided to ban his account altogether. At the time of his banning, EDP was exactly 30 years old, and had been creating content since 2010 when he was 19 years old. So the 179 million views deleted in the process meant that his entire portfolio of work completed in his 20s, 10 plus years worth of labor, was wiped.
I mean, it doesn't really matter though, because at the end of the day, he brought it upon himself. Like, I don't think he's ever gonna get forgiven for what he did.
Quite literally,
I really
overnight.
don't.
One mistake was all it took for YouTube to decide that EDP445 no longer deserved either his celebrity status or any kind of record relating to any of his work completed in the past. Another method that EDP had for earning an online income was Cameo. You could order a personalized video and get EDP to say anything you instructed him to for the low price of $44. However, following the infamous cupcake event, Cameo would be contacted by numerous individuals who would receive responses along the lines of, "Hey there, thank you for reaching out. Our team is aware of the allegations and are actively investigating this. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Kindly, Melita." Less than a week later, EDP445's Cameo account was deleted. Another income stream had gone up in smoke. EDP445 then attempted to switch to Facebook. However, after gaining 6,000 followers,
at the end of the day, bro brought it upon himself, no cap.
He'd be banned from the platform. It was the same story over on Instagram. His main account was terminated, at which point EDP was likely coming to terms with the harsh reality of his cancellation. However, just before his Facebook was deleted, he'd make one final interesting announcement. He planned on making his own website to which he'd continue posting videos.
EDP445 announced over on Facebook that he will be making his grand return to the internet with his own website to return to his old video type, I guess.
Just want to let you guys know, man, EDP445.com. It's coming soon. Been about like a week, maybe 2 weeks from now.
EDP445 seemingly got to the point of fully building the website, as discussed by Tipster here on YouTube.
It still says coming soon, still says today's date. It does look like EDP is actually serious about this whole launching a website thing.
However, after an apparent falling out with his website developer, as mentioned in a Reddit comment, the launch seemed to fail.
Update the website.
I want to know how you even get a website developer to even agree to this. He must have not known what's happening.
It is now returning an error 500. So it looks like he's been having a little bit of trouble launching the site. hasn't been working so well for him.
And to this day, the page remains as an unlaunched, inactive website. In spite of how much of a scumbag EDP445 truly was, you have to give him credit for sheer determination, because he then began to upload videos on another third-party website called 3Speak TV, where his account would be met with the same fate. It was banned.
He wrote, "For some reason, my channel was deleted. I don't have a clue what's going on. I didn't violate any guideline. Can you please tell me what's going on?" EDP.
After this ban, it seemed as though EDP445 was slowly getting the message from each and every website. His career on the internet was finished. However, the internet wasn't finished with ending his career. Rich from Review Tech USA would state that he might be able to get a job working somewhere like Starbucks. However, it was only going to be so long before the trolls would come and inform them of his past.
But I don't even know if you could get a damn job at Starbucks and keep it, because you know the trolls are going to come after you and say, oh yeah, that guy you just hired, I wouldn't keep him employed. You'd probably lose a job at that coffee shop.
No cap though, it's really bad because bro, he's gonna go homeless. It's either jail, homeless shelter, or something like that, because nobody's gonna hire you. And even if they do, like the man said right now, you're going to get fired because of your previous history on the huge mistake you made.
Real quick.
Rich would be correct in this statement. EDP445 moved from Bakersfield, California to Henderson, Nevada following the expose, where it seemed as though he managed to land a job as a Lyft driver in October 2021. However, this job would be fairly short-lived, as a video posted to TikTok by a user called Lennon Jimenez would expose EDP445's Lyft profile.
Bro went from wanting cupcakes to driving for Lyft.
And his position as a driver would subsequently be removed by the company. The situation would promote Reddit discussion, with one post stating EDP as a Lyft driver, how the mighty have fallen, which received comments such as, "Can you take me to the grocery store? I'm gonna go buy some cupcakes," and "I hope he doesn't get on any food delivery apps. MF would eat my fries and I'd have missing slices of pizza." However, somewhat hilariously, it was revealed shortly thereafter that EDP had in fact been driving for both Uber Eats and Grubhub, which would also both fire him after finding out about the drama.
He was driving Lyft, he was driving for Grubhub and Uber Eats, and all three of those companies fired him.
According to a very basic unconfirmed source, EDP also apparently applied at Chuck E. Cheese, but for obvious reasons didn't seem to get
Wait, doesn't he have to file like as a sex offender now? I mean, if the cops got to him, he definitely does now. If he ever gets out, I don't know what his case looking like, if he actually got arrested and all that. But we gonna get to that probably.
EDP445 no longer had the ability to make money online or in real life, as this revealed, unless he were to find some extremely low-skill niche job where they wouldn't check his name online and where he wouldn't have to interact with any customers who might expose him to whichever company he might be working for. With so many obstacles in the way of finding even the most basic of jobs, it's hardly surprising to...
He doesn't deserve a platform or nothing like that, but I mean, making the man be homeless, like I feel kind of bad on that end. Like the man is now gonna be homeless or in jail. Like he needs to go to a shelter. Like it's bad. They might kick him out of the shelter because of his previous history. I don't know how that works. It's bad.
Find out that EDP has been attempting to change his name legally. The application shown on screen states that Bryant Moreland applied for a name change with the Nevada County Court on the 21st of October 2021. The strange part about this is that when you try and search the court register from the Reddit post by typing in his name, Bryant Moreland, it now states that there are no results found, possibly indicating that EDP445's name change has been successful and he's no longer known as Bryant Moreland.
As you can see, I did type in his name, Marlon Bryant, submit, no results found.
However, the problem with this, as outlined by the EDP445 subreddit, is
his name, not just changing like his name. Something completely different. That's different. So yeah, he might be low-key on the, he might be like on the low side.
That he's not exactly hard to spot. This idiot thinks this will fix anything, LeMayo. He will be spotted everywhere no matter his name. He should flee to Cuba or something like this. Changing his name isn't a good idea since it's gonna get leaked anyways. What good does changing a name do when you're as easily recognizable as him, lol? He needs to lose hundreds of pounds and get a hair transplant. Perhaps the goal is to have...
His face is just too recognizable.
His name hidden for long enough in order to get a job, as other sources state that he's been unsurprisingly struggling with money.
He's broke. Like,
of course,
YouTube made him money, but after having that, he got broke real quick.
A user by the name of Master at Work, who was one of the people trying to expose EDP all the way back in 2020, stated in October that EDP had less than $3,300 cash left in his account, plus 2 cars and a couple of other things that he might be able to sell.
The only income that he has, other than the $3,300 that he has left in his bank account, is maybe the 40 grand in weapons and the 2 cars that he owns.
However, in the 2 months since October, users on Reddit used his car's license plate to confirm that EDP 445 has sold one of his cars, possibly indicating that his cash stack has dwindled even further. In the same live stream during which Master at Work would discuss EDP's financial situation, he'd also mentioned that EDP had been evicted from his apartment complex as the property owner received numerous complaints about having him as a tenant.
Call up Spur Apartments and verify for yourself. EDP will no longer be living at Spur Apartments. The reason why he got evicted is because of constant harassment the property owner has been getting.
Since then, EDP has been living out of a suitcase at various hotels. However, even then, his detractors have been going around trying to get him kicked out of wherever he happens to be staying.
He's a danger to everyone in here.
Okay, so I just called security.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let security know all
I will
this information.
be more than happy to let them know. Thank you very much.
You see, that's just a hating ass nigga right there, bro. Like, I can't even support that. Bro, I understand what he did was completely fucked up. He does not deserve remorse like that, for real, for real. But you can't be doing this, my man. You can't be out here chasing bro down, having him get caught. I mean, he deserves it, but at the same time, I feel immoral. Like, I feel like we as a community, this universe, need to take the moral high ground, because bro is literally gonna be dead. I understand what he did was really messed up, but damn, bro, like, Jesus.
EDP's detractors have made his life such a living hell that if anything, an arrest or a short stint in prison would almost make his circumstances more comfortable. We preface this part by stating that there have been numerous accounts of EDP being arrested, however they never seem to have any rock solid proof to go along with it, so take everything said in the next section with a grain of salt. In late October, a YouTuber by the name of Matt Simon seemed confident that EDP had been arrested, yet provided no evidence or reason for the arrest.
EDP has been arrested. Today is October 25th. It is 11:30 at night, and EDP has been arrested today.
How did he know?
He was actually arrested.
Yo, he's been on his dick for months, and I can tell though. Like, I ain't gonna lie, he been on his dick for months, cause ain't no way bro knows he get arrested.
Today. But I don't know what he was arrested for.
This claim clearly lacks credibility. People in the comments requested evidence, to which there seems to be none. However, a former friend of EDP 445 by the name of Felipe claims to have some stronger evidence pertaining to the potential arrest of EDP 445. Less than a month ago, on the 3rd of December 2021, he'd uploaded a video titled "Is EDP 445 in Jail?" In this video, Felipe explained that while out having dinner, he'd get a call from a private number stating that it was EDP 445 who was being held at the Henderson, Nevada detention center.
So the third time I picked up, I was like, hello, and it said, this is the Henderson, Nevada detention center, inmate for Bryant Moreland. Would you like to receive the call? And I like hung up, and then called again, and the same thing happened. Would you like to receive a call? So I said yes, because I was like, I was just curious to see, like, holy shit, like, he got arrested, like wow,
The issue is the only evidence that he's able to provide is for no caller ID calls on his iPhone, which isn't exactly rock solid evidence to say the least, and Felipe's character is suspect at best. He only gets views when he talks about EDP 445, and without EDP on the internet to defend himself, anyone can say anything. Additionally, if EDP did successfully change his name in October or November as mentioned previously, this would prove the story to be fake, as the guy states that it was Bryant Moreland on the other end of the phone.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he might not be in jail.
One comment stated, looked up every inmate record in Clark County, which is where Henderson is, Kern County, which is where Bakersfield is, and Manatee County, which is where Bradenton, Florida is, which said that he was connected to online. No Bryant Moreland is in any of those prisons. In the end, it doesn't really matter whether or not he's in actual prison, as it's safe to say that EDP is a man who made a mistake so bad that even outside of concrete prison walls, he barely has a drop of freedom.
Yeah. That was an interesting video, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta react to more stuff like this. Like, this is true. I might react to this video. You never know. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Sunny V2, he be doing his thing, my man. My man be going crazy with these videos, you feel me? So at the end of the day, that was light. That was something light, you feel me? It was a great video. EDP got what he deserved for the most part. I understand, like, what he did was really, really messed up. Like, I wouldn't want that happening to my sister or something like that. But I understand why y'all are doing this to him, the people of the world. But at the same time, it's like, I just feel like, damn, bro, really down bad. He can't do nothing. He can't live at all. But at the end of the day, he brought it upon himself. But that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, you already know what to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I don't know what my statistics are looking like, but I know for a fact that 90% of the people watching this video right now are not subscribed. So you know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button for me real quick. And I'm out, bruh. Peace.